talk about your your land in Mississippi? Does that go back to your family's emancipation?
Oh yes, yes. See, my my dad's mother was what you call the housewife, the house lady, and somehow or some way he doesn't recall how she got it, but she got this land, and it was something like 1,000 acres, and but she had 5 kids, and between those 5 kids, two of them happened to have been mixed by the and the land was split amongst the kids after she passed on. So from that, that's all I know. I know he had 120 acres, his share, and the other 5 kids had 120 or whatever.
So how many generations removed from slavery would you have been?
How many?
How many generations removed from slavery would you have been?
I don't know. My grandmother, my dad's mother, I know she was a slave because she told me she was sold from her mother when she was 5 years old. So I know she was a slave, but the others I don't know about anybody else being slave, which generation or what. But my grandmother on my dad's side, she was a slave.
And
She was sold from Alabama. She was in Alabama, and she was sold to an owner in Mississippi, in Holmes County.
When you tell that story, knowing your grandmother was sold,
Hmm.
how do you feel?
Well, I felt real bad when she told me because she didn't get to know her mother. She said from 5 years on, she was just with her dad, and he said because she was stoutly built and said she looked like she could be a good worker, and she was sold. Of course, I didn't have a good feeling knowing that she wasn't able to be raised with her parents. And that's why I so desperately work with people to get them registered so they can vote and they'll have a choice. So they'd know who to vote for and what to. I didn't tell them who they could vote for, but have that opportunity for people to make that choice.
and going along with that, Willie Mae, part of your own personal motivation on voter registration because you didn't vote till you got to Waterloo, right?
Oh no,
Weren't allowed to.
no, I wasn't allowed to, and of course, I wouldn't have been able to vote anyway because when I came to Waterloo, I was just 22, and but I know very close relative of mine had gone to vote, and they wouldn't let her vote because she didn't know the Constitution of the United States. But believe you me, within 30 days she went home and she learned the Constitution. She went there and stood it and said it. They still wouldn't let her vote. And my dad and mom didn't get to vote until they were 60-some years old, until Martin Luther King came around.
How would you suggest that black people, white people, and that we have more communities, populations in our community now, how are we going to come together? It seems like we're being pushed farther apart now by politics.
Politics is involved in it. It's happened so much this last 2 or 3 years than it's ever been, like it was back in the 60s. It's so separated. But it appears that it has caused some togetherness. People beginning to see and realize what was happening was not right. And they're beginning to come in and commune with each other and be together now. Because were you at the Juneteenth?
I was in and out.
That Juneteenth told you something. It showed all races of people were there at that
Yes.
Juneteenth.
We were
It
ready.
it was really something to be proud of Waterloo, and know that no fights or no anything came out of that. Everything was happy go lucky.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
People were definitely ready to be
Mhm.
together.
Mhm. Mhm.